New beer from a great brewery, Lost Craft. I've done most of their beers. I might be missing just a few, but I was at the LCBO the other day and I picked out and I saw two new ones. So we're going to do the first one today and it sounds absolutely delicious. Mango Session IPA. I'm all for it. Beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, for the Brewski review. And today the beer that I have for you guys is by the Lost Craft Brewery out in Toronto, Ontario. And this is their brand new Daylite Session IPA. Mango Session IPA to be exact. Very orange can, love it. Love it, still very simplistic, but they didn't go with the matte finish. They went with a little semi-gloss finish, but still love it. Lost Craft always does a really good job on their can designs. In my opinion, we got Daylite Session India Pale Ale. 4.5% alcohol by volume. No listed IBUs here on the very orange can, like I said. I don't think there's any IBUs listed on the website either, but looking on Untapped, we're looking at 30 IBUs according to Untapped in the sources there, which is all fine by me. It is a session IPA, so it's going to have flavors and a flavor profile like an IPA, but in a much smaller package. And I would assume that there's going to be a nice bit of mango going on in here. So let's crack this bad boy open. Very excited. And let's see what we got. Pouring into my Innocent Gun tulip style glass. Tulip style glass, and let's see what we got. It's about half the beer right there. And looking at it, you know what? Fairly clear actually. A touch of haze, but not really much. There's a ton of carbonation coming up there. Very nice white head on top, but yes, very, it's not a pale yellow, it's like a nice golden yellow color, but very clear for an IPA in my opinion. But hey, I guess I'm just used to the more of those hazier IPAs. This one not so much, but still looks pretty good. There's a ton of carbonation bubbles coming up straight up the middle of the glass. Pretty cool indeed. Let's have a smell. Mangoes, yeah, it's not overly in your face, but yeah, mangoes 100%. Pine, a little bit of grapefruit, orangey citrus, both juices and zest. Touch of pineapple, a little bit of almost like a lemon limey characteristic. Or more or less, sorry, just those orange citruses, not lemon lime. Yeah, actually, yeah, a little bit of lemon lime. I'm gonna go back onto that statement. Smells very juicy, very refreshing, but light at the same time, not overly heavy on the nose. But it does smell like a very, very refreshing beer, and there's only one way to find out if that's true, and that's to have a sip. Very light. Very, very light on the mouthfeel. Wow, almost a bit airy in a sense. And even in the flavor department, not super in your face, at least on that first sip, but I do need to learn a little bit more about this beer. So with that said, guys, cheers everybody, let's keep on drinking. Mango comes through quite nicely right in the beginning, but that seems to go fairly quickly and leaving you more in a airy, again, like I said, it's like a lemon lime sort of sparkling water flavor. The carbonation on here is fairly aggressive in my opinion. Very big carbonation bite. Yeah, big bite of carbonation, really taking away from the flavors, I think. A little bit of lemongrass going on. Yeah, faint. Very, let's break it down. Let me take a minute. Let me break it down. Big mango right in the beginning of the sip. Dissipates and goes away very, very quickly. Then it moves into a bit of like a lemon lime, lemongrass, very carbonated water-esque flavor, cutting cutting out that mango, bringing a little bit more grassy hop bitterness to it. Again, not overly bitter by any means, but just a nice little bite. But the carbonation in here is extremely aggressive in my opinion compared to many other session IPAs. Is it refreshing though? Hell yeah it is. That carbonation just seems to take away the mango very, very quickly. Definitely more in the aroma of it. On the flavor portion, definitely closer to a sparkling water in a sense, which sounds really bad because sometimes, yeah, sparkling water flavors and beers make it kind of bland. But this, not too bad, but not one of my favorite Lost Craft beers. This is definitely on the tail end of not really what I was expecting. But it is very refreshing, very, very light indeed as well. So I guess if you're looking for an extremely light session IPA in terms of even flavor, this is definitely it. It's not bad. It's not terrible, but it's not the most amazing thing. I kind of expected a little more out of it. I think I'm gonna blame this one on the carbonation, on the CO2 in here. It's so aggressive. It's taking away, in my opinion, a lot of the flavors, it's overshadowing them. That's the better word. It's overshadowing some flavors. But for what it is, it's not bad. I wish the mango was a little bit more present versus the lemongrassy, lemon lime sort of citrus. Orange not really in here on the flavor, but definitely more in the aroma. Let's see what the can has to say for itself. Mango Session IPA, Lost Craft Daylite. Boom. Like I said, 4.5% ABV, 30 IBUs according to Untappd on the back. Description. Daylite is a small batch brewed all-natural session IPA brewed with mango. Based in Toronto, Canada, Lost Craft embraces diversity and is committed to being active in the communities where we operate. Find your craft at lostcraft.beer or at lostcraft on your social medias. Pretty cool, short, sweet, nothing fancy there. Contains barley. No real ingredients list, but we all kind of know what's going on. On the bottom, though, we do have a packaged on date, the 14th of April, 2020. So a very, very fresh beer. No complaints. I kind of want to know how they use the mango. What kind of mango they used in it. Did they use chunks? Did they use a puree? I'm going to guess puree because that's usually how it's done. But I cannot say for sure because I do not officially know. These are just guesstimations. But yeah, very light, very airy as well in the mouthfeel. And just aggressively carbonated. Kind of bummed out about this, not gonna lie. I was expecting a little bit more oomph to it, and this just doesn't have that oomph. But then again, on the refreshing scale, it's right up here. It is very crisp. This is a crispy boy, if in all sense of it, 100%. Moving over to the website, lostcraft.ca. You gotta go, they kind of done a little bit different. It goes more or less to the straight online delivery store. And for the online deliveries, it says free same-day delivery on orders over $50 in the GTA. They have a list of what areas they do that, and then for the rest of Ontario or outside of the GTA is free home delivery on orders over $100, and that's shipping between 1 to 5 days. Like I said, depending on where you are in Ontario. So free shipping over $100. That is a steeper price point from what I've seen around the areas and around the breweries, but still, I mean, they are smaller breweries, so it makes sense. At least you do have that option, $100. It's pretty easy to get there with a couple 2-4s. As well, Lost Craft Daylite, you scroll down a little bit. Daylite is a refreshing session IPA brewed with mango. Brewed with Columbus hops, Daylite has mango-forward taste and aromatics that complements its subtle bitterness. Daylite pairs well with mild cheeses, citrus fruit, and salads, and tangy curries. Very nice indeed. Currently, it is sold out on their website, but I did find it at the LCBO in a single can. We'll get to prices in just a bit, but we're going to take a quick look at Untappd. And they are saying Daylite Lost Craft has been given a 3.54 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of straight up 50 ratings. Pretty good. But I wish there was more flavor. That's sort of where I'm heading on this. It's a good beer. I need more flavor. It's definitely a much more refreshing beer rather than flavored impactful. If that makes sense, hopefully it does. If you find yourself at the LCBO by any chance and you do see Daylite, you're going to be paying $3.25 for the 473 ml can. Not a bad price. Then again, that's fairly standard, I want to say. Yeah, it's not a bad price. It's light and fruity. There you go. If you're buying from the Lost Craft website, and they do have them in stock, single can, again, $3.25. Then you have a 4-pack, 8-pack, 12-pack, 24, and 28-pack. So anywhere from $3.25 all the way up to $69.95 for a 28-pack. And you know what? $70 before tax, not too bad. That also does not include the deposit, so just so you know. So yeah, not too bad. I will leave links, as I always do, down below for you guys to check everything out. One thing I also want to tell you is that actually the 24-pack and the 28-pack, the only price difference is 95 cents. So it makes sense to just get the 28 and not the 24. So, food for thought indeed. Also, I don't think many other craft breweries do 28 packs. So that's very unique to Lost Craft, and I actually do like that, especially if it's only 95 cents more for 4 more beers. Hell yeah, why not? Pretty good stuff. Like I said though, just more flavor would be appreciated, but hey, or you know what, maybe lessen the CO2 volumes in this, because this is very, very carbonated. But with that said, guys, cheers on the final sip. Let's get ready to ratings and wrap this thing up. Lost Craft Daylite Session India Pale Ale, mango as the predominant fruit in here. Where do I start? Great aromatics, great nose on it, very light, a little too light in some aspects, a little airy, and the flavor is just not what I was expecting. It is definitely not as mango-y in the flavor department, a little bit more lemon-limey sparkling water or lemon-lime soda-esque, but in terms of being absolutely refreshing, it is top-notch. So depending on what you're looking for, you might either really enjoy it, you might not enjoy it. If you're looking for something very crispy and very refreshing, definitely up your alley. If you're looking for a session IPA with big mango-y flavor, not going to be the one you're looking for. So you kind of got to figure out, what are you looking for? Super refreshing or super flavorful? Give and take, guys. Give and take. So with that said, mango session IPA Daylite from Lost Craft, I'm only giving it a 6.5 out of 10. It's not what I was expecting. A little too airy for my personal taste, and that carbonation just seems to be overshadowing a lot of the flavors. But still, not a terrible beer. Just not what I was wanting, or not what I was expecting, sorry. For presentation though, good, solid stuff. I always love the Lost Craft logos. Not matte finished, but the low gloss, not too bad either. Nice orange can. Short and sweet description on the can, both of the beer and of the brewery itself. No ingredients, not at the end of the day. It does say contains barley for people who are allergic or have celiac or something like that. ABV listed, no IBUs, not the end of the world. The best part is though, is that they do have a clearly labeled packaged on date on the bottom. Website, on the other hand, looks great. Very simple, simplistic, but straightforward. Nice description of the beer. Slightly different, giving you a little bit more information, saying what kind of hops were used. At least one variety of hop that was used. If there were more, we wouldn't know. But Columbus hops, also throwing in a little bit of food pairing in there. Great stuff indeed. Very simple, yet effective. Overall, presentation gets a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers I want to review in the future, you can leave all that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Maple Brewski, that'd be greatly appreciated as well. And with all that said, that's going to do it for me, Maple Brewski, like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. Sometimes you want flavor, sometimes you want zest. Sometimes you want flavor, sometimes you gotta build a nest. I don't know why I said that, but it kinda rhymed to me, so cheers.